Ladies and gentlemen, before I allow you to break for coffee, it's time for a preview of this evening's events, and one of them is the Young Communicators Award, our 4th annual. And as many of you know, a couple of years ago, we did away with the jury completely and got you involved in the voting. So it's time for our shortlisted nominees. We have 3 of them to come up and give us a short pitch, an elevator pitch as we call it. Each candidate has 3 minutes, and a gong, I believe, will sound when they're out of time. So it certainly is a challenge to keep things short and sweet, and we're looking forward to how they'll manage to boil down their campaigns into 3 minutes. Afterward, you can all use your apps, your Summit apps, to cast your votes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our 3 shortlisted candidates for the YCA 2016. I'm going to call them all up to the table. Jelena Vasilev, who is digital communication and CSR expert at Erste Bank Serbia. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Onur Cinar, Corporate Comms Manager at BASF Turkey. And Patricia Schiel, who is a trainee in communications at thyssenkrupp AG. Welcome to all of you. Just step up to the table here. And I guess we'll see. We'll start with you, Jelena. I think we've got that order going on. You can take the floor.
Take the floor and take the mic.
And everybody can do their pitch. Let's go, Jelena Vasilev.
Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your hand if you have heard about the city of Niš. Okay, it is a small city in south of Serbia, birthplace of Constantine the Great, a Roman emperor. But the city economically was great once. And nowadays, teachers are earning about 4,000 euros per year. One of them, Milan, teachers of Serbian language, decided to devote his spare time and energy to develop an application and fight global educational problem, that traditional materials and tools are not having desired effects on millennials and Generation Z. Thanks to our Superste platform, Milan and his NGO made it. They created an application which helps kids to learn Serbian grammar and spelling and do it through the game. Retention tests shows that they're doing a great job, and they will be making some epic changes in our educational system. Erste Bank Serbia was there to enable this change to happen. Back in 2007, when Comms team started this journey, not so typical for banks, they created a platform to support youngsters in fields of culture, arts, and education. And fast forward, we are now in 2015. This process, Superste, is completely digital. We have interactive platform, and process is community-driven. That means that we have collected their project ideas and then invited community to tell us what kind of projects they are starving for, what are their needs. And you can see some of the results on the slide. Then we awarded 22 projects with 60,000 euros of grants. But what is the most precious thing the teams of youngsters from 16 to 35 years old can gain? Of course, it's knowledge. This is why they have 13 mentors, senior experts from various fields to work with them. These guys spent about actually more than 300 hours of mentoring the teams and help them learn how to pitch their ideas, how to fight for their dreams, how to find other funding options. That means that not only 22 awarded projects are being realized and implemented in this very moment of speaking, but the few others, let's say 10, which were kick-started during the process. One of them you can see on the slide. Erste Bank is recognized as a partner and support for these youngsters, and our our corporate platform actually is kind of a social network for these project leaders. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jelena Vasilev with her project superste.net and keeping to the time absolutely perfectly. Congratulations, Jelena. What a great job. Not an easy thing to do. Onur Cinar, who's from BASF Turkey with his project Kids Lab. Take it away, Onur.
Thank you very much. I'm working at BASF, and I will be presenting you our Kids Lab Online project implementation, but I'm waiting for the PPT. Okay, lovely. When I was younger, I was asking myself, what will I do for living in the future? And my first reply to that question was to becoming a spy or becoming an artist on the stage. And what you don't know is becoming a scientist wasn't one of my top answers, and it wasn't because of my lack of interest. It was because of the lack of opportunities that I didn't know what becoming a scientist would look like. And that's actually what I realized when I joined BASF in Turkey. It's a company owning sustainable tissue and providing chemical solutions in our daily lives for more than 150 years. It is also paying a great attention to education of children. And Kids Lab is actually one of the projects that the company is running, many. And it's basically a experiment stations for children. They can join us, and then we provide them their wow and aha moments, and they get all excited about science, as you can see in the pictures. And in Turkey, we reached 12,000 children in the last 5 years, which is very exciting. And then there is this platform called Sanalika. It is a gaming platform, a simulation game, and millions of children are playing this game. And there we implemented a chemistry island. For instance, if they join there, it's one of the many games in the gaming platform. They can see in the BASF house, they can visit and see the chemistry in their daily lives, many different aspects. Or they can come to our Kids Lab, and they can do many different tasks that we create for them and we optimize for them. For instance, they can create batteries for cars, and they can convert all the cars in the Sanalika city into electrical ones. And with this kind of projects, we want to provide children more experiences in science, and we go into their houses, actually. And in 4 months, it's very impressive that we reached 600,000 children, and we made them interact with chemistry and science for 1 million minutes. And in a very short time, it's huge results. It shows that how digitalization for the CSR project could be very impressive as well. And these two are my cousins. They are very crazy about playing games. And when I went to visit them, they told me about this online game that they were playing. And yes, it was Sanalika. And we played our BASF game together. We created packagings for milk to keep milks sustain longer to stay eatable. And then I realized how strong it is to have this kind of projects for also the social acceptance, which is one of the key topics that we will be discussing for 2 days. And as a result, I believe that we provide change into education, culture, corporate image, and the channels that we communicate with children through this kind of project. And we believe that it's very impactful to change the future of Turkish children and many of children, and then we can create more scientists of the future. Thank you very much.
Another candidate, yet another candidate on the second. Thanks very much for that presentation, Onur Cinar. And last but not least, Patricia Schiel, who is from thyssenkrupp with her project Around the World. Take it away, Patricia.
So hi everyone, my name is Patricia. I'm 25, and for 1.5 years now I'm a communications trainee at thyssenkrupp. And this is my passport, so the two of us really experienced a great project with thyssenkrupp. So thyssenkrupp is a large industrial group, and I'm pretty sure most of you who know it think of this, of dirt, of dust, and steel and old economies. And I don't have to tell you that those are not the pictures an innovative group wants to paint. Also because it's not true. We are more than steel today. We are the Bond car, the Mars rover, the World Trade Center. We are apps and robots, but you don't see it. And I mean it just like that. So before our brand relaunch last year, we had no audiovisual material to show everyone how diverse and international we really are. So our websites look very static, text-driven, and there were many communication channels that are up to date now that we could just not use because we had nothing to show there. And so we had to change something about this. And my project was born around the world. For around the world, we sent 4 film students along with me on a very special journey. 94 days, a world trip from Rio to Vietnam, equipped with cameras, equipped with a very fresh view. And the reason for choosing students was to gather a very authentic and fresh view on our company. And the results were like phenomenal. We gathered more than 1,000 authentic pictures of our company, of our machinery, our colleagues in the world, and more than 200 hours of footage material. And 200 hours, that is enough to fill 130 blockbuster movies. And even more, the students produced also a short film series, which we already start posting online now. And yeah, the material looks like this. Employer branding, websites, our corporate blog, social media, there's barely one communications product leaving our office today without using the material. And more, around the world opened up all the communication channels that were just formerly closed to us, like Instagram, for example. And we didn't have to buy a single second of stock footage for our new corporate image film. So around the world is our first step back from very channel-driven into a more integrated, content-driven world. And it supports our brand relaunch because we are finally able to connect our brand with all those words that are relevant to us, but that we could just before not connect our brand with. So steel remains one of them, but there are so many others today. So thank you.
Absolutely fabulous. Congratulations to all 3 of you, Patricia Schiel, Jelena Vasilev, and Onur Cinar, for fantastic presentations. Very tough job that you now have, ladies and gentlemen, because you are supposed to vote. Please don't forget. We will find out who the winner is later on this evening. We wish you all the best of luck. Just go to the menu on your Summit app, click Awards, and then you can cast your votes there until 5 o'clock, 1700 hours this afternoon. So congratulations to all 3 of you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you later tonight. It's now time to send you off to your coffee break. I think it'll probably be whittled down slightly from the 30 minutes, then your breakout sessions and lunch, and I'll meet you all back here at 1:15 to get into the groove for main session 1. Thank you.